Well, for changes to body camera laws in North Carolina, today the Pasquotank Board of Commissioners unanimously approved a resolution calling on the General Assembly to improve transparency and give law enforcement the ability to release footage more quickly to the public. This follows nearly 2 weeks of protesters demanding justice after deputies shot and killed Andrew Brown Jr. Good evening to you. I'm Janet Roach.
And I'm David Allen. Eugene Daniel is live for us in Elizabeth City tonight, where that meeting wrapped up after just 8 minutes. Eugene.
Yeah, David, one item, 8 minutes for that meeting, as you can hear and see protesters again in the streets calling for the public release of that body camera footage. The county board tonight saying it's the state law, not them, that has been a roadblock, and they are now asking for North Carolina lawmakers to come up with a bipartisan agreement to change that law that only allows for a judge to decide whether or not body camera footage can be made public. They say that they are disappointed in the decision that a judge made just last week that did not allow for the immediate release, and they believe that the lack of having that transparency has aided in more issues into the community. Listen to what the county board chairman had to say tonight.
We believe in this case that it would be best to release the footage, and we were disappointed in the court's ruling. We will certainly respect the decision.
Now, under the change that they would want, the sheriff would be allowed to make that video publicly accessible to the community. I mentioned the protesters here today. It's also the first day in about a week in which there's no curfew tonight for them as well here in Elizabeth City, as that has now been lifted. In Elizabeth City, Eugene Daniel, 13 News Now.
Again, the midnight to 6 a.m. curfew is now gone, but the state of emergency, that is still in effect. And we'll have a full report tonight on 13 News Now at 11.